Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be doing the end of month flip for my Louis Vuitton medium ring or agenda. This is my main agenda and I think this is going to be the final end of month flip for this month. I didn't need to go into any of the other planners. I feel like I made a few adjustments to this planner. Actually, I made a lot of adjustments to this planner. So as y'all know, if you've been following me anywhere, because I've been posting nonstop about it, I did, and I already have this video up, but I did add a new planner to my system. So I am using the Mulberry agenda as a weekly planner slash schedule planner. So all of my primary schedule inserts will be in this planner. So I'm using this for hourly, kind of like daily tasks, weekly overview, different things like that. And then in here is just my general overview planner. So that part hasn't changed. It's just I had my primary weeks in this planner, and honestly, I kind of like having it kind of separated out right now. That might change, right? Everything's always subject to change. But I'm loving the setup, and it truly is now an overview planner now that I don't have like the primary inserts for anything in here. So let's go ahead, flip this open, and then we can go over the details. So I just have some stickers over here. This changes like nonstop. What's important is on the ring. So I don't know if y'all can see, but this is actually pretty full with what I have in here. And I think with that, it's because of the things that I've added. So I have this dashboard from Salty 22. I get so many questions about this. This is discontinued. I got this years ago, and I got it for every planner, but it is discontinued. It's the LV etched, and it's incredible. She does have really great dashboards though, so still recommend checking out her shop. This was just unavailable. And then I have the Infinite Lotus tabs. Everything that I can link, I'll have linked below, as well as my discount codes. But I think for the most part, everything in this planner is, actually I think everything in this planner is Infinite Lotus, except for these tabs are from Cloth and Paper right here. So let's go ahead, flip over to the first tab. So this is still my schedule section. However, it's just gonna be a calendar overview. So we have a quote card, this beautiful mountain card, and then we have the month on one page insert. And this is everything going on throughout the month, appointments, not all birthdays, but most birthdays, and then anything time sensitive, days off, and that's will be in here. Travel, again, just honestly everything, right? Because this is the overview, so it's gonna have everything that I need to like plan out or account for, and then everything else moved into my Mulberry agenda. So this is the only spot where I have anything particularly date sensitive when it comes to planning. I'll get into that in a moment when I'm in my Outbox. But this is the only place really where my schedule is in this planner. And so I really like that because I've loved having everything kind of in my Mulberry. So initially this was just gonna be my hourly, but I just ended up loving the size, and I ended up switching my weekly overview inserts to these style inserts instead of the week on one page that were initially in here. And I'm actually really loving them, and again, loving it in this planner. And I think it made sense to have, you know, all the plans, all the details, all in one spot, as opposed to breaking it up into two different planners. So again, that makes it fully an overview planner, right? That I just have everything going on and then all the details in one spot, because that's ultimately how my system has been designed. And so it just made sense doing it that way, and I've actually really been liking it. So this is the only thing in here. So we have the entire year, and then again, as soon as plans are made, they go in here and everything's accounted for. And then from there, we go into the inbox and outbox system. So my inbox hasn't changed. So I have these single column lists from Infinite Lotus. Anything that happens that isn't like a daily task, like chores or, you know, household things, grocery shopping, right? Anything that I really need to do comes into my inbox. And then from here, I plan everything out. And with that, it goes into essentially my Outbox or into my schedule planner. So anything that I know I need to do, I'll come in here and I'll write it up. And then from there, it'll go into my Outbox. And so this is where I was saying there is technically a dated insert in here. So I have these month on 2-page inserts that were in the schedule section. I was gonna move them to the finance section. I decided against it because I already had a lot of stuff filled out. But this will truly be an Outbox because I can help kind of plan out. So if there's something that I need to do that I might not be able to do this month, for example, like my passport application, I know I'm not gonna do that anytime soon. I can come in here, and then I have the full year in here, pick out whatever month I might wanna do it, and then throw it into here. Also, if there's anything else coming in plan-wise that I might wanna like put into my other planners that's state specific, or if things are popping up. So exactly why I bought these, I just put it in my Outbox. So that way I know I can transition it to any other planners, and it'll help me stay a little bit more on track with things coming in and then where it's going out. So we have these, and I'm actually really liking it. And so I have the month, and then I have these grid, I don't remember what they're called. Maybe they're like executive grid. Again, everything will be linked below. And then I have everything by tab to make it easier. Behind these are all of the inserts that I need. So that I use for my inbox/outbox system to kind of like break down, write out details. Sometimes I use these as daily inserts. Sometimes I use these as like a few days or like a week of things. It really all depends. I break things up by categories. These are really multi-purpose. I just need to write something down, and it kind of goes on here, and then I like that I can like date it. So like this one, for example, is the most recent for the month. And these are all the notes of things like I just needed to do and I didn't know when. And so I was like breaking it down to make sure everything got done. And so what I like about how I set this up is that everything will be categorized by the month. So all of these notes are for January. For February, I'll have all of these, and then so on and so forth. I'll do that for the rest of the months, and that way it's organized in here. And so really liking this. I think it's a great system for me with how I like use my planners. And so this is something that I think helps me with managing using multiple planners a little bit better. So we have that. And then the next section hasn't changed. This is my academic section. So this is, again, the overview. So I have my study. I added these to-do inserts. These are from the sub box, and I think they're on the website now. But this is just high-level things that, again, I need to do for my dissertation and that I'm taking notes for. And then I have the actual plan itself. So I'm using these project inserts to go over everything that I need, as well as these 90-day plans, all of these notes. For the most part, I use my A5. This is really just all for reference and to have it. So that way, if I take this planner on the go, again, everything's all in one spot, and I have the high level overview of what's going on per chapter. So if it's blank, it's because nothing's there yet. So that's the academic section. And then we have the finance section. So this has probably the biggest changes. And so with this, I added an inbox. So I got this in my most recent planner haul. So that way, whenever there's something going on with my finances, I can just come in here, throw in a sticky note, throw in a bill, whatever I need in the actual inbox itself. And then from there, we have the top tab. So these were initially in the schedule section. So when I moved my actual schedule section into its own planner, I decided to use these for it, or for my finances, because it'll help organize all the inserts that I got for this. So we have the yearly overview tab, and so this is the Vellum for 2025, just so I can reference it. I can mark paydays on here, whatever I want. I really just use it as a reference. I'm not gonna probably highlight it with anything. And then I have a year-to-glance bills tracker that I actually need to update this month, but I haven't done my budget yet. And so that way I can keep track of everything that's coming in and out, and pay date, or when it needs to be paid, as well as if it's paid. And then I have a general tracker back here. I'm gonna put like all of our streaming services and things that add up on this. I didn't have them in here because they all come out of our credit card, but that way I can keep an eye on them and what to anticipate. So we have that. And then we have the monthly tracker. So I have these monthly budget inserts. And so these are a single month on 2-page. So essentially what we have is your income, debt, savings, and then I have all the expenses, and then I have it divided by account for my personal bills. And that's everything that's coming out. And it's just a high level overview of everything going on throughout my accounts. And I actually really like these inserts because they're simple and to the point. So I have enough, I think, for just the quarter in here right now. And then I can actually add more. It's just initially, I didn't have the space for it, but that's something that I need to add. So right now we just have the quarter. And then in the weekly section, we have these check registers. So this is me just keeping track of my personal bills account. So I have, I want to say like 5 different checking accounts. And so the one, all of mine essentially are zero-based accounts except for savings, and then my joint checking with my husband. Those are the net. So what that means is how I have most of my accounts set up, especially this one in particular with my bills. It should be close to zero, if not zero, by the end of the month. I only put enough money in there to account for all of my bills, which is why I keep track of it. And I personally like that. Some people don't like that. But but for me, it helps me with like making sure everything's coming in and out. If I see less or more money in there, then I know something didn't get taken out or maybe something went wrong. So that just helps me keep track of my bills, and then this helps me keep track of everything coming in and out. So we have this, and then I just have these in here. I initially bought these for the cash envelopes, but it's honestly been working better because this is actually what I need to like keep track of to make sure it's all going in and out. And this is more of like a checks and balances system. So we have those. And then behind the daily, I just have these debt trackers that I need to fill out. I think I started to, but I need to like get better at it. And then this is gonna be like my overall debt and the work that I'm doing on it. But then I have like ones for individual accounts. So we have that, and then that is the finance section. So I think it's very simple, to the point, and I really love it. Next tab is my content section. So I have these yearly overview inserts, and these are just where I'm going to mark collaborations, high level things that I'm working on. If I'm doing a series, if I'm doing Vlogtober, Vlogmas, different things like that. Media refresh, right? Like just things I need to keep in mind for contents, and then content. And then I have the single column list. These are everywhere in my planner because I love these because they're so multi-purpose. So this is just all the content ideas that like pop in my head. And then maybe, or like requests too, because there's a lot of times where people ask me for certain things, and so I'll write them down. So I need to actually update this list, but I have the space in here. And then I have these grid/note inserts. And so I really like these because these again are very multi-purpose. And so in here I have per month the videos that I'm going to do that aren't reoccurring, like my end of month flips, right? Like this, and then like my plan with me's. I don't need to write plan with me 4 different times up here. I know I'm doing one every week if I can. This is for all those other videos that I want/need to do, or collaborations for things like that. So for example, I wanted to do office organization, handbag collection, didn't get a chance to do that. I'm gonna save it for next month. But I was able to do, you know, the 2025 planner system. I did a haul, or my Chanel double zip unboxing, my Mulberry agenda unboxing, different things like that. So this is just keeping track of essentially what's going on in here, and then when I'm gonna do it. So if I like find an idea and I want to do it, I'll throw it in here. If I know there's something that I want to do for the month, I'll put it here. And this is just any notes. So I just wrote down which end of month flips I wanted to do this month, filming the last one, so we're good on that. And then I have enough for the full year in here. And then from there, the final section is the notes/list/miscellaneous section. So we have a dashboard, and then we have these tabs, which everyone really liked on Instagram when I shared this. So I personally, as y'all know, love tabs. I don't like having a lot of different types of inserts behind one tab and have to flip for whatever I need. I want to be able to quickly get to what I need. And so I know that was going to be hard in the notes and lists. And then I just decided to take these page flags that I got from the Infinite Lotus sub box, and then add my planner spot icons in here to quickly organize my notes. And that way I don't have to add a separate set of like tab dividers. I can, you know, easily move these up or take these off, move them somewhere else if I want to remove the insert, so on and so forth. But it keeps my notes organized, which I really like. So I have my reading list in here, and then I have my order tracker, and I have still like more inserts right in here, so I can still use them, but then these tabs are helping me keep them all organized. So order tracker, this is my wish list after that. And then we have my, this is what I think I'm selling. Yeah, this is the list of things that I'm selling. This is a newer one. And I need to add one for this wellness log, but now I can easily come into my notes. If I want to quickly like check an order, I can just go into this tab, and then I have all of my order trackers here. And then same here, I can easily flip to what I need. So this is a personal preference, but something that'll help me with being able to quickly get there. That's also why I have these tabs here in my academic section. So I have this broken up by study and then my defense. That's again, just so I can easily flip to what I need, because I'm either working on my study or my defense. Again, I just like being able to like quickly go through. I don't like shifting. So that's why you'll always see a million tabs. That's why you'll always see like as many bookmarks as I can, so I can quickly get to the week or the month as well. It's just something for me to help stay organized, and I personally just like it that way. So other than that, that is the setup. And again, Loving it. I know I've always been like hit or miss with personal, but I think this is the longest that I've probably been in my personal since I got my A5, and I don't see that changing. I love everything in here. My Infinite Lotus sub box is still on personal size, and I don't see that changing because, again, staying in it, really loving it, and then trying out more inserts in here has just made me grow to love this planner even more, at least again. And I think it's because of the style inserts. I've said this multiple times now, but it's really because of the style inserts that I have. I've learned what I like and don't like in certain planners. Like I know with A5, if there's too much space, I'm not gonna use it. In my medium ring, if there's not enough space, I'm not gonna use it, and then I'll just gravitate away from the planner. So finding the right combination of inserts per planner has really helped, and a lot of that has just come with experimentation, right? So the sub box again does help with that. And then just, you know, trying things here and there. So yeah, with that again is going to be it for this video. If y'all have any questions, please feel free to let me know. And thank you guys so much for watching.